When a life is threatened, each heartbeat and every second is precious. I'm William Shatner. Tonight, true stories of efforts to triumph over tragedy on Rescue 911. We begin on the afternoon of May 4th, 1990, in the small town of Plainfield, Indiana, as Tim Mongan was driving home along a rain-soaked stretch of country road.
I was driving fairly slow, and it seemed like this car approaching me wasn't going very fast either. Suddenly, it hydroplaned and managed to spin wildly side over side off into the woods. And I was trying to realize whether what I thought I saw, I actually saw. It was so unbelievable. I didn't see mashed down weeds, trees bent over. I couldn't see a thing. It was just like the woods had never been penetrated. As soon as I realized that I'd seen an accident, and I couldn't imagine that there wouldn't be major injuries, I drove to the nearest house. I was worried that people inside would open the door even, because I must have looked like a swamp monster or something. But nobody answered the door.
Tim ran from house to house looking for help.
I was beginning to be worried that I couldn't even find the accident because I lost my orientation, turning my truck around, going up driveways, going down the road. I was really approaching desperation. And then finally, fortunately, at about the fourth house, a man was home.
Tom Horner was home for lunch.
He just said that he'd witnessed an accident. You know, I was real surprised because I couldn't see anything. And normally, if there's an accident out around this area, you can see a lot of evidence of it.
Nobody in the neighborhood's been home.
But Tim was persistent. He insisted he had seen a car go off the road.
At that time, I knew that he was serious. So I went in and called the sheriff's department and told them that there had been a serious accident.
At the time, it seemed like eternity, and that perhaps I should be at the accident scene. I was going to walk along and see if I couldn't pinpoint where the accident had taken place. I noticed a girl out on the road, and I suddenly realized that she had been in this accident.
Can you walk okay?
She was delirious. She had bumped her head, obviously, and I was amazed that she could walk.
Is she all right? She's hurt. Is there anybody else with her? She said she was alone.
I didn't know whether she was dying or what. We knew she was in a lot of pain, and we both thought that we needed to get her in the house.
When we continue.
You had a baby?
I needed to get a hold of my captain and let him know that there was a second patient.
Guys, go ahead and assume you got a second victim.
Rescue 911, sponsored by Cascade with cheating action. Gives you virtually spotless dishes every time.